Okay, hey guys, today, as you can see, I am here with some Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze gameplay. Now this is actually the very first, time I turned the game on, what you're seeing right now. There's just a bit of a cutscene that you did not see before I started recording, which kind of leads up to, I guess, the story of why you're going through the levels and stuff. The cutscene was pretty cool. The graphics seemed pretty good on it. I thought it was pretty amazing. And as you can see here, I am kind of just going around trying to figure out the buttons on the game. Looks like I already lost a heart there, which means oh yeah, over by that bubble thing, there was a fish, I guess. And I think I tried to sit here and get that for a little bit of time, but I finally give up on it eventually. So, when I went and picked this Donkey Kong up, I, also put a pre-order in for Bayonetta 2 and Mario Kart 8, I believe it was. They didn't really allow pre-orders of a lot of games yet. The GameStop that I had went to had said that they're not allowing pre-orders of Super Smash Brothers yet, and they said that they had even called the corporate store and they said that it was because they don't officially have a release date for it yet, which I think is a bogus excuse if you ask me, but... And there's that heart I got back. And also, another thing I learned when I went and got this game, the GameStop that I went to, the worker had told me that store only received 8 copies of the Donkey Kong game total. I think that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I know Wii U's aren't selling very well and all that crap, but I would think that they'd get a bit more than 8 copies of a game in. Here's also something new that I don't ever remember having that in a Donkey Kong game, lifting up on that, pulling that lever thing or whatever. But then again, I haven't really played a Donkey Kong game since maybe the Game Boy Advance or Super Nintendo maybe even. And it feels way different because, I don't know, I think it's... it having better graphics makes it kind of feel like a different game to me. Like, it doesn't really feel like a... Donkey Kong game. Because of the graphics, I guess is what I'm saying to that. But yeah, so far I think that the game, I think I die here. Yeah. Like I said, trying to figure out the game. I quickly get back to right where I was though, so it doesn't take too long. Although this is fairly one of my longer videos by a little bit. I think this one ranges to about 13 minutes. Video kind of reminds me of my, what do you call it? What's the game? Rayman Legends games, just because of the levels going through, getting to the end, finding everything in the level. Really reminds me of the same type of game. it is kind of the same type of game, but so my recommendation so far for this is, you know, if you're a fan of Donkey Kong, then you'll like the game. But I mean, the graphics are amazing and everything, so it still seems like an amazing game. But it doesn't, I don't know, just because of the updated graphics, it also, to me, doesn't really feel like a Donkey Kong game, I guess. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. There I used the, I think it's after you collect a certain amount of bananas with Diddy Kong on your back, you get, to use that ability, which I believe it just turns all the monsters or enemies on your screen at the time into, turns them into balloons, I guess you would say. There's also, you can, you saw that jetpack feature of Diddy Kong right there. When you, you jump and then you press the button again, I believe, and it activates the jetpack feature. And now I'm gonna be spending like a minute or so trying to get that O letter that I don't think I figured out. If you've seen my Rayman Legends videos, you know I don't have the best track record for getting every single thing in the game, or in each level. I still don't think I went through and gotten all the teams or whatever the heck they're called in Rayman Legends on levels I've gone through. I haven't really played too much more Rayman Legends, but and while this game does seem extremely similar to the Rayman Legends game, just, you know, different levels and stuff like that. I don't know, I see myself playing a little bit more of this game, hopefully. Or, you know, at least until some of the newer games come out. I believe they released a new trailer on the last Nintendo Direct of the game X, though I'm not sure because I didn't watch the Nintendo Direct. That seems like it'll be a pretty amazing game to be when it comes out. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Now, in the future, I'll probably do some gameplay on Donkey Kong while I'm actually playing it. Like recently I've taken to doing more of a voiceover type of gameplay. Coming up here you'll see, I think it's right here actually, some of the shooting barrel features that are in Donkey Kong. So those levels are always fun. One of the things about Donkey Kong I remember from when I was younger playing it was, I think the sharks, riding the sharks or something were in Donkey Kong games. I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Get that. Yeah. Bouncing off treetops. Don't you? These ships are from some of the people who invaded the Donkey Kong Island, I believe. So that's where those ships are coming from in the levels. Now I do believe I also die, like, right here, coming up again. 1 heart. That's another positive thing about Diddy Kong. When you have Diddy Kong, it takes a heart off of him instead of you. So yeah, I guess you would essentially, have like 4 hearts. And now I'm gonna go and break through all these crates to see if there's anything hidden in them, which I believe there was just a heart in one of them there. And as you can see, I have that feature where I can turn all the monsters into balloons again. And when you you can see that there's a little yellow bar next to the Diddy Kong, Donkey Kong icons up in the left corner, and then the L and R button appears there after you get that bar all the way up to yellow, full. Now this probably would have been better used to doing this part of the game, running around getting them bananas, after I activated this, and I kind of wasted it there with not having any enemies on the screen at the time. But I really, at this time in the game, did not know what it did, so still kind of trying to figure out what everything did, the button-wise and stuff. But I believe I roll into them once more, yeah. I don't think I get those. I'm pretty sure I die here soon. I was pretty sure I did. Maybe it's right here. Yeah, I think I do. I think I get one more right there. Lose Diddy Kong. Pretty sure I lose Donkey Kong here too now. And as you might have seen earlier in the game, there are a lot of the deaths that I have on this gameplay are because I accidentally roll off of a ledge or something. I still haven't quite figured out how it is that you start to roll, but you know, I was for sure I died here. Maybe it's right here. Maybe not. Oh well. And as you saw right there, I tried pounding the ground instead of picking up Diddy crate, and there was that feature again. I missed that balloon to collect, but I get that one. And as you can see, it said I had 13 balloons there, I think. I think that's lives in Donkey Kong. So pretty much restarts, which I went through 2 or 3 here. And I believe that is the end of this gameplay. So it will show you at the end it will show you my stats for how many how many puzzle pieces and how many of the Kong letters that I got, which I believe I got 2 Kong letters and 4 pieces of the puzzle. So not too great, but you know, whatever. So thanks for watching, guys.